My goodness, this looks so much more daunting than the basic version of this. But it really doesn't have to be, because we've already worked so hard to be where we are. So we're starting with that up bow A. A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D, A. And so we don't have to do it with the bows right off the bat. The bows can be pretty daunting, but this is a really good bowing that we should practice with a lot of our etudes. If you haven't worked etudes with me, then what we usually do is we learn the etude as it is, and then we'll add staccato, slur 2, slur 4, and then we'll do ba-da, ba-ba, ba-da, ba-ba. And that's a really common bowing for violin. This is very violinistic, and we want this to be ingrained in our bowing arm. And so this is something that we will definitely work up to. But who doesn't love playing Devil's Dream? And it's a great goal to have. So A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D, A, ba-dum, bum, bum, scale down, B, A, G, F, G, B, B, B. So when we do this, they have that first finger written in to have that held out between. But I do that first finger on both the D and the A string, so that it's in between, and I just have to either roll back and forth, or I'm just leaving it down and my bow is going back and forth between 3 1 1 1 3 1 1 1 3 1 1 1 3 2, and that is a high 2, 3 2 1 A 3 2 3 A. Now this section, I mean, there are so many sections of this piece that you need to break down and just do insanely slowly so that you can get it both in your fingers and in your bow arm. This piece will help you out for all of your classical pieces, and that's why I teach fiddle pieces so frequently, is because they teach music theory so much with all of our scales and our arpeggios, but they relate so closely to Bach and Vivaldi and Schubert, everything. It's really, really beneficial to study these, and that's why I push them so far. So have that first finger between those two strings. 3 1 1 1 3 1 1 1. Just getting your bow to go back and forth. Ba da 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 da. And it doesn't even matter what our fingers are doing. Just getting that bow used to that. Then we're counting down. Ba da 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 da. Scale down. Ba dum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum. And so we scale up. We have this skip here. We have this skip here. But don't forget about your slurs here. So we have to play it crazy slow and be really comfortable. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Repeat back up. Ba, da, ba, ba, ba. Now, this is the spot that will get you going. This will actually help you out. This piece will help you out with sights in the 4th Suzuki book way more than you think. And that's another reason that I really push these pieces. F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A. So the only finger that we have to worry about is this F, but our bow is going back and forth between the D and the A. D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A, D. So we have to get this going and have our fingers working behind as this is happening. And then we're back to this 3 1 1 1 3 1 1 1 3 1 1 1. Just like what we had before. And then we're scaling down. Ba-dum-ba-bum. Our D major arpeggio again. F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, ba-da-da, ba-da, 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 ba-da. Watch out for that slur and skip right there. Ba-da, 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 ba-ba. And then we have that repeat back to 10 once again. So let's do some pizzicato, and then we will work on some bowing exercises for this. So it's super important that we are working on these two things separately and then bringing them back together. And there's so many different ways that we can do this, and that's why we play so many etudes between the particular pieces that we're working on. And this is why you should have a private lessons teacher, hopefully, or reach out to me if you need additional support to find out exercises that will help you to learn these particular patterns with your fingers and your bowing. Okay, so let's do this just as pizzicato. A, B, C, D, A, run, 2, 3. A, B, C, D, A. Scale down. Now, as I do this, now my first finger hits both of those strings. 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. Then 3 up on top and walk down. 3, 2, 3, A. Walk down. Scale up. Jump. Jump. Repeat back to the beginning. 3, 1, mash in between. 3, 1, 1, 1, scale down. 3, 2, 3, A, 3, 2, 3, A. Scale down, scale up, jump, second ending. So here's our D major version, and so we're just bouncing back and forth, and we only have F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A, F, A, D, A. Scale down. Now here, just like before, I'm doing a 3. Now here, I'm putting my first finger on both of those. 3, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1. I'm not doing a whole lot of movement. Scale down. 2, A, D, A, 2, A, D, A, 2, A, D, A. Scale down. Scale up. Jump. Jump. Repeat back to 10. F, A, D major. Scale down. Now we have this E minor, so that our first finger is going back and forth between the first. Scale down. F, A, D, A. Scale down. G, A, B, C, D, B, A, G, second ending. All right, so what we're doing with our bow in the beginning, that's a whole lot going on. There's so much happening, and we really have to be comfortable with both sections of with our fingers and with our bow. So, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. That's all my bow's doing. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And okay, so this we're doing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3. So what's happening here? I'm going back and forth between these two strings. I'm going back and forth. So what we want to do is we want to find that double stop between the D and the A string. And I'm going to find that it's going to be a little bit more comfortable to do it at the upper half of our bow, because then we have this 90-degree angle right here. You can see it better now. And so I have this double stop right here. I'm hitting both my D and my A. And so I'm starting with the lower note first. So I'm going to do D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A. And so you can either do it with the full forearm like this. And so this is acceptable for sure. If I were to go any faster than that, it would all be wrist. And so D, A, D, A, D, A, D, A. I'm making sure that my upper arm is not moving at all. And so if I were to go any faster than that, I would make sure that I was holding my forearm like this. And you can go up to, I have another video where I go up to a door frame. I have a pillar in the middle of my basement right there where I'm keeping this forearm very straight, and I call them wrist circles. So in this way, when I'm doing in that direction, this is going in a clockwise position. So I'm doing down, A, D, up, A, down, up. And then we can do the other way, down, A, up, D. And then I'm doing counterclockwise this way. But that's what's going to help me to get this super duper fast. And so I practice these all separately, and then I bring them back together. This is a piece that took me a long time because I guess I'm that dense, I needed that extra practice, like some of you might. And getting this intonation and the synchronization between the two strings can be quite cumbersome. So take your time with it. And so I'm mashing my finger between the first two strings, or between those two strings, and having that go back and forth. And then at 10, and so the biggest pain in the booty part is that when you spend so much time learning one version of this, there are so many versions of these fiddles. You're going to find a different ending, and you're going to find, oh, that's not quite the same. So you're going to get this in your bones, and then you're going to play a different version. Like, oh, it just doesn't feel right. So take your time with it, and remember that there are different versions, and to play around with all of them and different ornaments and everything. So let's take this. Let's take this at 65. Bum, 1 and 2, and so that we can be really deliberate about all of our bowings and all of our fingerings, so that we can really build some really good habits. Up bow, ready, go. Whole bow, half. Whole bow, mash between. Scale. Half, whole, whole bow, half, first ending, repeat, mash, scale. Now 10. Scale. Scale. Skip. First ending. 10. I usually turn this piece because 130 beats per minute is usually pretty fast to play. Like, I'm not going to tap my foot that fast, so I turn it into 16th notes for this. And 1 e and 2 e and ba da 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 da. And so then my first and my third beat will usually turn into a note that I would slide on. And so especially into that second. And so take your time. And going back and and forth between there, and you can have a lot of fun with these particular slides and doing some accents with your bowings, and take your time with it to build it into both of your appendages. So happy practice.